Hi guys, it is 9:45 PM on Sunday the 18th of October and it's time for Today in My Boo Journal. What a crap night. God, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Basically, Daryl woke up at some ungodly hour this morning with a stiff neck. He'd fallen asleep in a funny position. And when he woke up, his neck is stiffened and he can't move it very. He's like this at the moment, so he can't put his head up or back, and he can't turn it to the left. Because he woke up and he panicked because he couldn't move. It's the first time he's had anything like that. So I gave him some medicine and I took him into my bed, and then I thought, crap, stiff neck. Alarm bells went off, and he was quite warm, so I checked him over. Bearing in mind he likes to, huddle down below the duvet. And I checked him over. I said to him, I've got to turn the light on so that I can make sure you haven't got a rash or anything. And when I turned the light on, of course he jumped, which just made it all the worse, and he just dissolved it. It was awful, poor thing. So I got him calmed down. He didn't have a rash, and then sort of spent a while just listening to him as he managed to go back to sleep. Managed to get him to doze off again, and I was just listening to him because I was sort of worried about him, and he slept till 10. I managed to go back to sleep for a bit. Come on. But yeah, his neck's quite sore today. It's just, I haven't got time for this, It's like, dude, you couldn't have done this a week ago. Callie's got her scan tomorrow, the wedding is on Tuesday, and here you are with a stiff neck. So he hasn't done much today. He's literally stayed curled up on a chair, huddled under a blanket, because he says he feels a bit crappy, but he's never had anything like this before, so I think it's just the shock of it. He feels warm, but then, like I say, he's, huddling under a blanket with a bloody great fleecy dressing gown all over him and all that lot. So I don't think he's sickening for anything. He hasn't been near anybody, so if he is coming down with something, I should be quite surprised. Right. So caught up on all of that. Time to change pen. To charge my Kindle this morning. Covers in the other room. Okay, so today I did my teeth and my day face cream. My makeup, I haven't done my dreads. I'm filming today in my Boo Journal. I have knit. I finished the video for how to turn heel flap and gusset on a pair of socks, so that should be uploaded around about the same time as this one. Didn't even manage to get him in to do his teeth this morning. He just didn't want to move. Poor kid. Right. October steps. Having just recently had a jiggered shoulder myself, I am in full sympathy with the poor little scrap, And the first time you ever suffer from something like that, it's terrifying. Because you've got no idea what's going on. All you know is that it bloody hurts every single time you move. And yeah, bless him. Oh, they've changed it back again, have they? Instagram, good. Mood's going to be a little bit lower today. I've got that kind of... I'm stressed and, all of that. Because the wedding's coming, and it's just... Although she didn't want anything major, I still want it to be perfect for her, And the scan's tomorrow, and I know everything's alright, but I'm still going to worry until I've seen the scan and I know everything is alright, yeah? It's one of those things, isn't it? So my pain's a little bit up, but I think more because I'm tense than anything. So I'm going to put that there. I did have some good news. I woke up this morning to an email inviting me to become an affiliate on Twitch. Yay! Because enough people have come and watched me, enough people followed me. I felt so bad because Jolene came on during my Twitch stream and she said, you've reached the right number, that means you can become an affiliate. And I was like, no I haven't, because nobody's followed me. Even though I was raided, you know, I thought nobody's followed me. And it wasn't until I looked at it afterwards, I thought, all these people followed me, what the fuck is going on? And it wasn't until later on I realised I hadn't set up an alert box in my Craft Live screens. I've got one in my Boo Journal screen, so on Wednesday, if anyone follows me or anything like that on Wednesdays, I get a little box come up in the corner with a dancing something and it goes so and so is following you or whatever. But I didn't have that, and I felt so bad because all those people followed me on Saturday and I didn't know anything about it until I'd gone offline. But because they followed me, I've now been asked to become an affiliate, which is fantastic, and I'm really I'm so freaking excited. I even text my son, you know, Alex, who streams, and I was like, I got all these people watching me, and he was like, yay, congratulations. And then he just turned around and he went, I broke my phone. And I was like, oh, bummer. I don't care. So, you know, it's exciting. So now I need like badge ideas, you know, sub badge type thing ideas. And I'd like to make little emojis as well. Now, it's got that I did sleep until 10, and I did, but I was awake probably a good hour around about then because of Daryl's neck. You know, when your kid comes crying because his neck is stiff, you tend not to sleep very well after that, especially not when they naturally run hot anyway. And he was hot and sweaty by the time I got to him because he'd been bundled up under the duvet and all that lot. And then when he woke up, because he started to panic almost immediately because his neck hurt. So he was a bit hot and sweaty by the time I got to him. So there we go. Right. I don't know how much of my journal I'm going to get to fill in this week. I really don't. Okay, it's going to be a hectic week. I'm not planning on taking it with me tomorrow. I have this pathological fear of losing my journal. So yeah, I'm not planning on taking it with me tomorrow. So there won't, and obviously I'm not going to be here or at my desk, so there won't be a today at my Boo Journal tomorrow. So yeah, right, I pulled the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is all about making the most of your money, basically. This lady here has what looks like an absolutely beautiful house behind her. She's got chickens in the garden, she's got goats and all this. Her children are helping her on what looks like a home stall. You know, they've got vegetables growing fresh today for sale. They've got jams and preserves and all of that lot. You know, they've got more than what they need, obviously, in their garden. I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe even a little bit of goat's cheese in it mixed in there somewhere. So instead of letting it all go to waste, they're selling it on to other people. Now, some people might say, oh, well, you know, you could give it away and help other people. Yeah, you could do, but generosity obviously has a limit for everybody. This lady is teaching her children the value of money. She's teaching her children the value of working hard will reap you quite a nice little tidy sum if you're willing to work for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Work hard and you'll be rewarded. Make the most of what you have. And that's not sit back and accept that that's your lot. Make the most of what you've got. If you've got a garden, plant some stuff on it. Grow some fruit and veg, you know? And if you're of the opinion, well, I can sell it, I'm not going to get anywhere, but, you know, you've got a nice glut of tomatoes and your neighbour a few doors down has got a beautiful pear tree, go knock on their door and say, look, dude, I've got a load of tomatoes. Can I trade you some for some of your pears? There's a barter system. Nothing wrong with that. Works well, you know? Okay, I haven't done much today. I haven't done fuck all actually today. What was Sunday? Yeah, I haven't done anything. I literally haven't done anything today because I've been with Daryl all day. So yeah. I caught the very end of Elle's stream this morning. Callie got her nails done. They look lovely. I can't wait to photograph with her wedding ring on. I can't wait. There, we're into this week. Oh my god. Yeah, the cake's made. The cake is made, thank Christ. It was a little bit touch and go because I almost burnt the first half of it. But it's done. So yeah. Right, one thing I need to do. Right, I'm going to move that to there. And that is also done. So I am going to tick that is done. Another one I want to add into here was to charge the cameras, you know. There we go, charge camera batteries. And then there's not really much else to do. It's just to remind me to do that tomorrow because I haven't used my camcorder or my big camera in a while. So I'm going to put that there. And I need to block the shawl, which what I'll probably do is run off, drop the dog off at her grooming thing, come home, block the shawl, stick all the batteries on charge, go back and pick her up, and then take the kids to see their baby. Wow. I cannot even explain to you how freaking excited I am. I am just like, I'm gonna see my grandbaby in a scan picture tomorrow. Never thought I would say that. Never ever thought I would say that. Yeah, I mean, I know none of my boys don't really want babies. You know, they're Kyle's, you know, a loner. Alex is a loner. Matt's not really interested in a relationship. So it all kind of hinges on her, and it's like, don't put any pressure on, you know. And then it's kind of like she comes in and she says, you know, well, he comes and asks for her hand in marriage back in February, and then she comes to me, you know, 10 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, and tells me she's pregnant. And I'm like, this is so freaking exciting. I am so excited. So excited. Yeah, so anyway, I don't really know whether to do just a quick writing page or not. A few things that I want to write about Daryl's poor neck, bless his heart. I might leave it for today and try and get it in for tomorrow. Just have a look, see if I've got an available page. I still need to oh no, because I journaled on that little card about Alex's SIA license, so I guess I could put something there. I did think of a different version of this the other day, which I could do. Let's have a look. want is find yourself a nice paper. There's one that has hazes on it. A couple of them, so let's do that one. Now, if you refer back to my cash envelope video, the cash envelope video, then this is just basically all I'm doing. So what you would do is you would make a cash envelope, and you can make it whatever size you want, you know. So, and it is really that easy. Some people seem to make these really hard to or complicated, and they're not. They really don't need to be. Okay, so you've trimmed your 4 corners. If you're not sure about how to make it straight and you haven't got a pattern you can use the side of the actual your first fold, you know. That will make it roughly where you want it. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to trim down. This is from where you rounded the corners, so you're going to trim down to where your folds cross, like so, on both sides. And again, don't just cut straight across, because that will won't give you any room here. Come down a little bit, so that's the bend there. You want to come down, you know, centimetre if not more. Now, obviously you don't need it to go all the way across, so what I would recommend you do is fold it a little bit. That's going to give you an area to and then just match it up like so. And now you've got less paper over. If you don't like that this overlaps like this, then you could always make a small mark on your oh my goodness me, where's my pencil? Yes. Make a small mark on your envelope, yeah, and then you can cut from there up so that it will match at the bottom, if that bothers you. Okay, just for the sake of neatness, I will do so. You don't have to worry about it too much at the bottom, because this would ordinarily seal. Okay, I'm not going to seal it, because this is going to be one of those that I'm going to do hidden journaling on, like I did. Or shall I make it an envelope? And then we could use, I don't know, one of these would fit now that I've made this. Oh, have I been very lucky there? I may have to trim this down. But, oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Could I have made that any better? It is slightly too big. Okay, as in like, as in a smidgen. Yeah. I'm going to turn this into a journaling spot, you guys. That would be perfect. So, these. So that is what, yes, 1/2 centimetre. Or for the sake of those of you who work in inches, it is 3/16, I think. I don't know. It's 1/2 centimetre, for fuck's sake. I'm sure you can work that out. Yeah, so if I go about there on that side and about there on that side. Actually, I might just take it off that side because I've got the trick or treat sign there. Okay, this isn't going to add an awful lot to it, but I just liked it. I think I'm going to stick it on. Oh, it only just goes. I'm going to cut something off that side, aren't I? So I'm going to stick it on, paying attention to like this side of it, like so, because I'm going to snip a bit off there anyway. The good thing about working with a glue stick is that it's slidey, so you can move it if it needs it. Okay. A little bit of glue stick on your thing, just rub it with your finger and it gets it off. Okay, so I don't know why I keep trying with this damn thing, but I do, even though I'm convinced it doesn't like me. I'm not even going to bother to try and use that to trim the excess off because it won't work, because it never does. I will use my scissors. Now the simple act, this is paper, right? But the simple act of adding an extra sheet has just given this a little bit more oomph, if you like. So just to make sure that there are no pencil marks on here. So now we need to basically stick this down, and I will use a glue stick. Where is it? So what I would do for that is get out your scrap, a book that you just use for scribbling in, yeah? Doesn't matter what it is. Now I know that those two meet up roughly in line with this line here, so I can glue that. Ink it. Don't forget to ink it. You'll notice I'm not inking this absolutely everywhere, because some of it is going to be stuck down on the page, so you're not going to see it. But the bits that you are going to see, I will ink. So that would make a fab little journaling spot there. I kind of wish I'd inked that a little bit more, but never mind. I also kind of wish actually I'd torn all this out. That would have looked really quite good as well if I'd torn it. So, do I want to punch something in there and add a bit of twine? I'm thinking I do, you know. Probably don't need to, but you know. Now this is one of those rulers that has a central bit in it. And that is the central line there. And I will come in. Yeah, you know what? Let's make it about there. So, you know, you can use a variety of hole punches. You can use, you know, your regular 2-hole punch. You can use a crocodile. You can use a single punch. You use whatever you have. You know, don't go out and buy something new if you don't have it. You can use, if I can find mine, no I can't, a standard 2-hole hole punch. It's just a question of lining it up. Now I see quite a lot of people like going sideways with crocodiles. You don't need to. All you need to do is look down through that hole there. Okay, and as long as you've marked your card, it should be okay. So I'm just getting it in my hand a little bit better. And as long as that little cross there is in the middle, there you go. Nice little. Oh, and of course we've got to ink this, haven't we? Definitely. I'd put a grommet in it, but I'm not very good with grommets. Really bad with them, actually. Every time I try, I fuck it up. You want me to have a go? Is that you crying? Go on, Sam, be brave. If I mess this up, I'm blaming you. I will hold you all accountable. I got little itty bitty mini ones, so I'm going to try them because they're in that like dark bronzy sort of colour, you know. I've got no idea how to do this. It'll fuck it up, I know it will. Right, let's. So it goes through the hole like so. It does look good though, doesn't it? Well, it does now. By the time I finished with it. Does that fit through that? Yeah. See, it sort of splits it. Fucks it up on the back. Yeah, hang on, let's see if I can get that focus for you and see if anybody can tell me why that happens. Anybody know? Because it's fucking annoying. At least it looks alright on the front, I suppose. I'm just thinking of using those to hide the magnet on the inside. You could also, with this, you could use a decorative die cut like I did on the other magnets. I'm not going to bother with that. So, where is my little bag of washers that I had? There it is. Right. Now, it's really up to you which you put on the inside of the envelope. I personally would put the flatter of the two things. So I would put that there. Which means, although that's pretty damn flat as well. 6 and 2/3, but yeah, I'm gonna put my washer there. And because I'm anal about this kind of thing, going to line it up, and I'm going to use some double-sided tape, which I'm just going to get out of my adhesive drawer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it so that that little mark I've just made is in the middle of my washer. Yeah, then I am going to quite simply just plonk it down like so. all you got to do is make sure that is down properly. Now turn it over, and you want it so that it's, you know, more or less in the middle. If you're, you know, ultra concerned about it, you can just get your ruler in to help you with that. That's about, do 1, 2, 3. You could move it over a smidgen, like so. Now you can just glue that down, or you could just tape it down, because quite frankly it's going on the back and the back is going to be stuck down, so nobody's going to see it. So you could just get regular ass tape. Do I have the regular ass tape? Of course I do. Where is it? There it is. So just regular, we call it sellotape in England, I don't know what you guys call it in the States. Sticky tape, sticky back plastic, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And just use that to stick it down. You don't need to glue the actual magnet in place, because this tape's going to hold it and nobody's going to see it. So, you know, do yourself a, you know, reasonably nice size portion of tape. And not only will this hold your magnet in place, it also means that anything being slid into this now tuck spot, as it is about to become, will not get caught on the envelope, not get caught on the magnet, because you've put this nice bit of tape in here to help it on its way. So burnish it all down like so, and nobody's going to see that once it's in. Yay! So, well, what about this bit you're going to say? Right, well, what I'm going to do here is I am going to cut that bit, get out all the equipment. Okay, like so. That is going to go over that bit. I may trim that just a little bit more. I think I'll trim it up to the green line almost, and I can use that as a reference. There you go. So it's just short of the fold, but it'll be hiding rather your thingy. So, but you're going to say, but it doesn't meet all the way across. No, it doesn't. So what you do there is you cut up the middle of there, like so, and then you find a matching piece, and then you can just match it up, you see, like that. I think that's still a little bit too. So then what you would do is you would match it up there, or there, if that makes it a little bit easier for you. So let's go like that. And then that gives us just a little bit of overlap there. I'm just a bit curious as to why I cut that like that instead of cutting it in between the two, which is what I'm going to do now. Seems a bit more logical. Right, what I would also do is ink round all of your edges. Don't have to be particularly neat. In fact, the scruffier you are with it sometimes, the better it looks. Obviously you don't need to do that bit there. Didn't mean to do it on that bit, it was an accident. So do it like that. Then get your scruffy book. Your glue. You also want to lift that bit of tape backing off. Like so. Line this up as best you can. Don't forget, glue stick has the great ability to allow you to move things about. Like so. Now we're going to just ever so slightly, probably should have underlapped that, but and then just ever so gently place that side down. Now you might be all screaming at me going, but Sam, it's too big. Yes, I know. Don't panic, that's fine. Just wipe away any excess glue. But definitely give it a good burnish, especially around that washer that you've stuck there. Now, if you had wanted to use the envelope as a journaling space, then I would have said, you know, don't seal the envelope. Your corner chomper might not like doing that because it's a bit gummed up with glue, but you can trace it with your scissors. And then all you need to do just to hide any bits and bobs. Now we need to stick this in, don't we? So tidy your mess. That was to me, not you. Okay. I'm going to put this on here. Love it. So, you know, you can use a bit of tape, you can use glue, you can use whatever you like. I've heard people say don't use tape because it never dries. Tape is always sticky. That's entirely up to you. It really is entirely up to you. You can use, you know, just regular PVA glue, you can use Fabri-Tac, you know, whatever you like to use, go for it, use it. I'm going to use a bit of this is Dough Crafts glue. And just do a super thin bead along the sides. Because this stuff dries like nothing I've ever seen before. Like dried cereal in a breakfast bowl. You know, kids cereal. Decide where you wanna plonk it. I think I'll go, yeah, I've got all of my fingers now. I think I'm gonna go sort of in that area and put it down. If you've got any glue on you, wipe it off on something, I don't know, a baby wipe, be good, wipe it off on a baby wipe. If you've got any seepage, a baby wipe is also a good idea, but do be careful because it will make your ink a little bit messier. But it's the kind of glue that once it's dried, it's clear. So, you know, burnish it down just to make sure it is down 100%. And if you're worried about, you know, your pages sticking together like this is seeping a little bit, just wait for it to fully dry. And once it's dry, that will all be clear. But like I said, you can get in it with a baby wipe if you are careful. I'm usually not careful enough, but I'm gonna have a go because I've got my long nails going. Right, and then you can decorate that as you please. So I need some yarn to tie in the end of that. There you go, and that will fit in there quite nicely. It's a bit wet from the glue, so I'm not actually going to put this in yet. I'm going to give this a chance to dry because I suspect the glue will have seeped through a little bit because it's a very, very, very wet glue. So just to make sure it doesn't seal the edges of that dry. And that's it. You know, you can decorate it if you so choose. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I could use that one. Step aside Monday. This is a job for tea. I might use that tomorrow because it's not quite Monday yet. I really wish that these stickers hadn't been glossy so that I could I wonder if I could scuff them up a little bit. Now somebody told me if you use an emery board you can take the gloss off. And then it might make the ink shine a little bit more. I've heard you can do that for magazines and stuff. See if it works. The idea is to do it until you've taken the shine off, and then it gives the ink something to hold on to. Laying it down, I'm just rubbing the rougher side of the emery board. That will do for that. Now, you might also be there going, well, what about the date? Well, I forgot all about the date. You can put the date inside on your journaling card. You can add the date to the page if you want to. I'm just tidying up my rubbish because I am notoriously bad at not doing so. This is why I've put a bin under my desk. It's that I didn't use. Dog's having a slurp because, you know, she always bloody does. Right. So we want today's date, which is the 18th. All done. So that should now, that's got glue on it, tut. That should now, she says, slide in there to the bottom. It does. Yay. Oh no. Oh, it does do up just. Didn't think about that. Could the magnet do up through the card as well? So that's something you need to test. Will your magnet and your washer do up between whatever you want to put in the envelope? Because that only just did. And it is only just holding. So I think if I was going to do that again, I'd probably use 2 magnets. That would have probably been a better idea. But it is holding. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on here. And yeah, call that a night. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Gosh, this was a long one. Hour and 20 minutes while I messed around, getting sticky and inky and dirty and all that lot. I really, really appreciate you joining me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, kisses for Daryl, leave them all down below. If you click the book here in the corner, you will be subscribed, and if you hit the bell that appears down below, you'll be notified when I upload new content. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really do appreciate it. I always do. You know that I do. At least I hope you know that I do. Do you know that I do? Because I do. Have a fantastic rest of your day, no matter what it is that you're doing. I won't be back now until possibly Tuesday. Let me see. Yeah, Monday night I'm at the chalet. Tuesday is the wedding. Depending on how I feel Tuesday. I might be back Tuesday. If not, I will be back with my live on Wednesday. Just keep your eyes open. I will be somewhere. Have a fantastic day, guys.